Kean Code, a witty student-driven comedy series bringing viewers a how-to manual to open dialogue about the wonders and woes of entering adulthood and college struggles. I'm your host, Bridget Burns, and today we have an exciting show for you. We have some interesting topics to discuss, but first, let me introduce my co-hosts for the day. What are your guys' names?
My name is Sean Lawson Jr.
Nice to meet you.
President, Poetry Club.
My name is Danielle Thomas, and I'm the president of King Gospel Choir.
Awesome. Thank you all for being here. So the first topic up for discussion today is off-campus housing. You know, as college students, we're all so eager and excited to finally be out of the parents' house that oftentimes will opt out of the typical dorm experience and look into renting an apartment off campus. How do you think living with a partner or even best friends while in college affects your relationship? Me personally, I love my college friends, but I can't live with them. Sometimes I just need my own space, and you can't get that if you're always together 24/7. How do you guys feel about off-campus housing?
I personally encourage it. I feel as if it gives you an independent feel and breaks you away from, I guess, the redundancy that goes on in a typical residence hall. And it just allows you to become your own full-fledged adult in many different cases. You got to pay for the water bill, you got to pay for the electric bill. Like, it's so many stuff that you have to pay for that you have to constantly be mindful as into how you budget your money and make sure that you're getting all the necessities. It's kind of just like mandatory spending versus like discretionary spending. Like, you got to make sure everything is taken care of, and then from there you can have your fun.
Yeah, you can't just like buy whatever you want. It's like, oh, I have to get like heat for my house.
Yes, absolutely.
Priorities.
What do you think?
I totally agree. Like, when you are living off campus, it's a totally different arena. Like, when you're on campus, you're in your own little bubble, and you know, it's the same thing. Everyone has the same experiences and stuff. But once you're outside the campus, like, you're a real adult. Like, you have to pay for these bills, make sure this paycheck can cover this light bill, this water bill, all these things. And also, you do have like a bit of freedom. Like, you know, you have a lot of restrictions on you as you live on campus, a lot of rules. And you have someone who comes in once a month to check and make sure your house, your room's clean. You don't have that when you live off campus. You have to make sure your stuff is together because no one's checking up on you. The idea of living with friends, I think it's great to live with people that you know, but at the same time, you know, you can be friends and not live together and like you're the best of friends. But once you get together and you're around each other 24/7, that's when you start to realize, oh, you don't clean as often as I would like to. And so then, you know, you guys can really butt heads like that. So you just have to find that balance, you know.
Then they won't be your friend anymore.
Yeah, so you don't want that.
You gotta find somebody you can trust too. Like, somebody who's not gonna spend that last bit of money on whatever extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
And rather than like, yo, we got this bill that we need covered, and you buying a whole bottle.
Yeah, like we've got rent to pay, but we can't be throwing a party. Like, doesn't work. Now, I'm sure we all have searched our professors on Rate My Professor at some point during our college careers, but how beneficial is that really when deciding whether or not you should add or drop a class? I mean, after all, those are all just people's opinions. While someone may have a good experience with the professor, another might not. So is that really a reliable source to judge a professor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's really reliable. Every semester I check, I'm like, okay, let's see what people have to say about this professor. You know, if it's a common theme going on, then it has to be true. Like, where there's smoke, there's fire. And also, I think it's great to get like word of mouth, like talk to your friends, people who have had the class, who are currently in the class right now, and be like, you know, how's this professor? Are they cool? Like, you know, are they really this hard? And then sometimes it's good to really decipher if your friend is really just being like, just, you know, say if your friend really isn't doing the work and the professor's hard on them, and then they're just being like, oh, this professor is just difficult. But it's like, but are you really doing the work though? Like, is it just you, or is it really the professor?
Yeah.
So it's good to ask that too as well.
That's good to see.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I use it. I used to use it, not so much now. I kind of just like to just go in and see what I'm going into.
Just going blind.
Yeah, just because you begin to have like your own, kind of like you meeting somebody like off the internet. It's just like you only going by like their pictures, like you don't know their whole personality. Like,
yeah. I just like thought, imagine like a Tinder for professors.
Yeah, so you gotta swipe right, just it's like you want to see them. Like, you can't be doing that.
That's funny.
But other than that, I'd rather just experience you as who you are, and I make my own judgment, and then I'll drop the class from
That works too.
giddy up.
So we know that you guys are both a part of student-run campus organizations, but believe it or not, there's a large portion of our school student body that isn't a member of any club or group. Do you think it's important for students to become involved in campus groups?
Yes and no. It's a very ambiguous answer. It depends on what that person, I don't know, is into.
Yeah.
They might have their own life going on where they're already involved in so many different things to the point where just that you don't want to overwork yourself trying to, I guess, trying to make some type of social network where you have your own connections going on.
Yeah.
But for the people who don't have anything going on, it's a great way in order to meet somebody new, meet somebody that you could just collab with, that you would have never spewed out something so beautiful, or create something randomly that you never would have created. I think that's where like the beauty of orgs come into place, where you don't know what you're getting into, but something is going to come out of that.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, especially for freshmen that like maybe don't know anybody from campus yet.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Seniors.
I really think that being involved in a student org is really, really great because you know, it really makes you more excited to be in school, you know, and to have something else to be a part of, something that really brings you excitement, because the whole like going to class, going back to your dorm, going to work, going back to your dorm, becomes very redundant, and then you're just like, why am I here? Like, I'm over this. But once you have like a club that you really enjoy and that you really look forward to, it just brings that excitement back. And also you're around people who are like, you know, like-minded, who have the same interest as you, and like you're saying, like you build up those connections, and then so see, even if it's a club that is geared to your major, you build up connections, and you know, so once you get out of college, you can call up, oh hey John, remember me? We were in this club, like, you know, build up connections like that. So it's really, really great. I think it's great to be involved.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I would like to thank Danielle and Sean for hanging out with me today. It was such a pleasure, and I can't wait to see all the things you guys have in store for us this semester. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about some of your upcoming events that we should definitely look out for?
You have anything?
Yes. Well, Kean Gospel Choir, next Friday, we will be going to Fox 5 to promote for McDonald's Gospel Fest, and McDonald's Gospel Fest will be taking place May 13th. And we will also be singing at the graduate commencement and the undergraduate commencement. So
It sounds fun.
yeah, thanks.
April is National Poetry Month, so we have a week-long, just a week-long of events going out. We're gonna have like an open mic. We're gonna have a haiku bake sale. With that, basically every purchase you buy, you get a personalized haiku right there on the spot.
Wow.
So like kind of like just not your own traditional bake sale. Then we're gonna have like a writing workshop. It's gonna be fun.
That sounds really cool.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, it looks like our time is up. So thanks for tuning in. Catch us next week as we tackle more issues and help you navigate through them all. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.